Welcome. Before the world falls asleep, let's hear a story that speaks to the heart. Just maybe this one will stay with you. Listen till the end.
It was supposed to be just another trip to the thrift store. Old furniture, dusty books, forgotten things. Nothing special. But then Daniel saw it. Half buried under a pile of broken toys was a small, worn-out teddy bear. Its fur was matted, one button eye was missing, and its red ribbon hung by a thread. It looked familiar. Too familiar. He picked it up carefully. The stuffing was lumpy, and its left ear was nearly detached. But when Daniel turned it over, his breath caught. 3 tiny stitched letters on the paw. D-A-N. His initials. His heart pounded. Daniel hadn't thought about the bear in years. Not since the orphanage. Not since he was 6. Back then, the bear had been everything. It was the only toy he owned. A gift from a kind woman he barely remembered. The staff said her name was Margaret, a volunteer who came once a month and always brought one handmade toy. She had handed him the bear herself. "He's soft and strong," she'd said, smiling, "just like you." Then she leaned in and whispered, "Whenever you need me, just squeeze his belly and listen closely." He'd done it dozens of times, and every time, a small recording inside said, "Hi, sweetheart, you're not alone. You are loved, always." Those words had been the only warmth on cold nights. But one day, the bear disappeared. Maybe another kid took it. Maybe it got thrown out. Maybe life just moved on. Daniel did too. Foster homes, part-time jobs, growing up fast. Now, in his 30s, with a job and an apartment of his own, Daniel stood in the middle of a dusty thrift store, holding a bear that once told him he was loved. His hands trembled as he pressed the bear's middle. Static. A faint crackle. Then, "Hi, sweetheart. You're not alone. You are loved, always." Daniel dropped to the floor. Right there, between a broken rocking horse and a bin of tangled dolls, tears streamed down his face. He bought the bear for $2.50 and took it home like it was gold. For hours, he sat in silence, holding it, pressing the button again and again, just to hear that soft, motherly voice. The next day, he opened the back seam. Inside was a tiny, old recorder taped to the stuffing, and beneath it, a note. Folded tightly, yellowed with time, it read, "If this bear ever finds its way back to you, I hope you've grown into someone kind. You were always my favorite. Love, Margaret." Daniel didn't sleep that night. He couldn't stop thinking, who was she? Was she still alive? Did she leave notes for other kids too? The next week, he drove 2 hours to the town where the orphanage used to be. It was closed now, turned into a library, but one of the older librarians remembered Margaret. "Sweet woman," she said, "didn't have kids of her own." "I brought someone," he said softly, pulling the bear from a cloth bag. Her eyes widened. She touched the bear's paw gently, as if touching a memory. "You kept it all these years?" she asked. "No," he whispered, but somehow it came back. She laughed, then cried. And then they talked for hours about books, life, kindness, and all the things that never leave us. Daniel visited her every Sunday after that. Sometimes they sat in silence. Other times she'd read aloud. He brought tea, she brought peace. And the bear, the one who whispered love when the world forgot, always sat quietly between them. Because sometimes the smallest voice from childhood becomes the loudest reminder that we mattered.